This is ET, and this here is Karen Barnes. Her URL is in the description below this video. She wrote what I consider this year's best online article. It's titled, If a Thing's Worth Doing, It's Worth Doing Poorly. Now that's actually a quote from G.K. Chesterton. He was one of the most prolific and, in my opinion, enlightening writers in the English language. Over the decades, many people have pondered on just what Chesterton meant by if a thing's worth doing, it's worth doing poorly. Baines interpreted it correctly, and her story will benefit anybody who struggles with building strength and fitness, as do many subscribers to this channel. Baines' message should resonate with many today who exercise, they improve, then they quit, often forever, because progress slows down or ends completely. The reasons for quitting for many have to do with the inverse of Chesterton's message, which says if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Many of us believe if we're not improving, in other words, doing well, improving in numbers of repetitions or sets, or maybe miles run or speed run, poundages lifted, whatever, then we assume we're not doing a job well. And then we think, why do it at all? Baines informs us that she fell victim to this type of thinking. Now, E.T. assumes that she's a type A personality who, as she describes herself, is one who must do everything worth doing, and I'm quoting her here now, not just well, but as near perfect as possible, unquote. Now, for her, this applied to just about everything, be it work, parenting, or education. Disruptions caused by the COVID pandemic led Baines, as it did many of us, to a point where she dumped her perfectionism and replaced it with what she describes as a scary and liberating new set of rules. And they're rules that all of us should consider. She found that middle ground, that netherworld that lies between perfectionism and total failure. In other words, doing things, well, somewhat poorly. Now, examples of what anybody can do are these. Are you a writer? You've set a limit of yourself of nothing less than 2,000 words a day? Well, reduce that. Go to 200. Are you a hygiene freak? Absolutely committed to 2 minutes of teeth brushing? Well, it's good, but if you're not going to do it at all, drop to half a minute. Are you a runner or a distance walker? Just walk fewer steps. This middle ground is what will keep us going when we find that perfectionism or consistent progress is, for whatever reason, unobtainable. And then that leads us to simply quit and do nothing. Given the fact that the COVID virus resulted in a documented worldwide decline in fitness because of many factors, including lack of access to gymnasiums and a lack of interest in exercising generally. It could be overeating, the sense that progress, be it aerobic or strength building, is unobtainable. Well, as a result of all that, many of us gave up on even trying. However, Baines and Chesterton and their third alternative could be the answer: doing the job or activity poorly. In other words, with less intensity than before. It's enough exertion to keep us in the game and retain some degree of fitness and strength. If you cannot continually improve, say, in a bench press, do push-ups. You can go way up on repetitions. You can have somebody put a weight on your back. Also, squats do not require a heavy barbell. You can do deep knee bends while holding on to fairly heavy things, let's say grocery bags full of something, or you can go for high repetitions. During winter, get outside, shovel snow. In more favorable weather, chop wood, mow the yard, rake leaves. Try to regularly schedule those fresh air activities. For one who wants constant progress in strength and or fitness, this middle option of good enough may not sound appealing, but there exist three options. You have that continual perfection, progress. You have the middle ground, good enough, or you can quit altogether. The first option's ruled out for many by COVID. Quitting the exercising, alternative number three, results in overeating and, all sorts of bad things happen. But doing enough, that middle option, it allows a degree of fitness and strength, and it provides a base for that day when, again, you may want to set some personal record of strength or speed or distance, whatever. Well, that's it. Go on to visit Bain's webpage, take a look at that article. Also, check out G.K. Chesterton. His works are online, they're in the library. He has a lot to offer beyond what was talked about today. This is E.T. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, comment below. You see the bell icon, tap on that, and you'll be notified of future uploads.